Hey, I hereby conclude. We in here. I believe his name is Matheus Pavlok. Matheus Pavlok. Sorry. I know he's Brazilian. That doesn't really sound like a Brazilian name, but I haven't heard his name spoken, only saw it written. So forgive me, but he's 19. He was a 19-year-old. Similar story to me. Overcame childhood obesity via bodybuilding. Passed away day after a show. Was found passed away. I know there's a lot of speculation already. I don't think it's a bodybuilding specific issue because usually if it's going to be like diuretics, you're going to probably die at the show. And he's too young for it to be a gear thing, in my opinion. 19. Gear takes a while to wreck you. Okay. Now, I don't know. Maybe he was subject to the whack scene, which has caused people heart problems. One person that comes to mind, Cedric McMillan, he was forced to get it. He was military, had a huge issue with it. His heart never recovered. Rest in peace to him. He was trying to improve his heart, improve his heart health. Didn't survive. Okay. Also, rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop. Rest in peace, Beat King. It's on my mind. But it's been all. I've had two people on either side of my family years apart. Young guys. One was like 14, playing football, collapsed in the backyard. He passed away. Another one just went in the kitchen, fell out. So people do just expire. But these deaths are up. I hear a lot about soccer around the world with kids just dying. Young athletes usually don't just fall out and die. It's not just them though. It's other sports too. But that's just what I hear about. I talk to people that are soccer players and stuff like that, and they coach soccer. So globally, this is a problem. So either whether or not it's the vac almost got removed, or the virus itself, because some people did have issues from the virus. I haven't heard as many as those who got the, you know what I'm saying, but it still happens. It could be that too. I believe the American Heart Association, they recommend starting at like age 20. Every 4 to 5 years, you get your heart checked regularly. We should all be doing that. A lot of young people don't. A lot of people don't do it because if nothing happens, they don't think about it. And you assume, I'm young, I should be straight. Well, he was 19. And he's not straight. A lot of people have these congenital issues or problems that are already brewing, and they pass away or they have an issue because they didn't know that they had it. A lot of times, if you don't have an issue, it can go missed. They don't just check you without cause. So do that, basically. And he's not even 20. So he would have got checked anyways because he's not 20 years old where the recommendation starts. So I need to do with that because I've known this for several years and I've not acted on it. And I should because, my family, there are some issues. I know in bodybuilding, we think that it's just us that this stuff is happening to because everyone caught a bodybuilder. We find out about the deaths and we have like the same like 5 out, really like 2-3 outlets, and then everybody goes and gets information from there and disseminates it. But it's happening in soccer, basketball, gridiron, American football, because football is what we call soccer. So I don't want to confuse anybody. It's happening globally. And heart problems are up. Myocarditis and all these things are up. They don't talk about it because they're making money. They're making that bread. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Something crawling on me. It's all about that bread. So they even though we have the data, scientific data, you can find the papers right now on PubMed and all that, talking about the deleterious effects of the wax. They're still pushing it, and they're not talking about it. You're not going to hear about all these deaths on the mainstream media because the people that are backing the vaccine, they are also the ones running the media. I don't see that. I don't know why y'all let them do that. Y'all folded. But anyways, and I'm not saying it's that. I'm saying we got that going on. We got possible congenital issues. And I remember Nick Wright, he did a show and he was experiencing some hard trouble. Armando Dibi, I think, also hit on this earlier. Not that it happened to Nick Wright, but that this happens that post-show you get all this edema, and that can cause heart problems. Nick Wright was so concerned about it that he went to the hospital, because he just blew up post-show. And that happens. Joe Romano, I believe, was talking about how his dad used to run like a little fasting place or whatever back in the day. If somebody broke their fast after 6 days, ate like a bunch of pork ribs or something like that, and they died that night. So that happens too. These post-show binges, and this is something that I wanted to talk about for a while. These post-show binges are not where it's at. You know, we gotta stop. Take a little diuretic. I don't really recommend diuretics before the show, but maybe take a quarter or less of a Lasix or something, or like a dandelion root or natural diuretic even, to cut some of that water that you're going to retain when you go on that rebound. You know, don't. I mean, face it. It's all sports. Sports when you're on a competitive level, none of them are healthy. Never, because it's competitive. You're pushing your body to the brink. So we need to make sure our health is already generally good. We need to make sure we're doing certain things and not making it worse. When you go and you get all this edema, that makes it hard. When you suck all the water out your body, if you're lean and in shape, you don't got to worry about all that. You really generally don't got to worry. I got a pharmacy like a mug. You don't got to worry about that. All right, but it's sad what happened to this young man just because it happened to him young, no matter what the cause is. To feel for his family. Don't start with the speculation, please. I'm not speculating. I'm just talking to you guys. I'm using it as a talking point. And remember, guys, that this is somebody's son, probably someone's brother, nephew, cousin, friend, etc. How you gonna act?